Adventureverse Mission Editor User Guide, Part 2. We're going to have a look at events now. So events are where you can lay down gameplay by saying, when this happens, I want this other thing to happen. And the easiest way to demonstrate this is to show you a few examples. So we're going to put a little trigger in this doorway here that detects the player going in and out. We'll just move its information panel up here, and we're going to place the door in there. We've got a sci-fi door here, which we can drop in there with its own little info panel. And what you can see is on the right of this trigger, we've got a couple of events, enter and exit. When you enter or exit the trigger, you want something to happen. The door has got a couple of actions on it, open and close. So let's click on the enter there, click on the open there. And we'll now see that moving into that trigger opens the door. We can hook up the other one as well, so that exiting the trigger closes the door. So the door will close behind us now. Leave the trigger, door closes. Enter the trigger, door opens. Excellent. And there's a lot of different objects that have different events. For example, interactables. We've got a computer here. We could put this, we'll put this over here away from the trigger, and it's got a use action. We could say this use action will open the door as well. Click on the object, click on the information panel. Make sure that isn't single use. And you can see here in the inspector these events pop up, like the interaction event says sci-fi door open, names the object. And tells it to open. So when we hack the computer, when that action's finished, the door opens now. Let's go over here and lay down another one. We'll have it that when we enter this doorway here, that sets off an ambush. So gameplay, pop a trigger in there. When we enter the vicinity of that, it's going to make something happen. And if we have a look over here, we've got some little sort of exit room here where we could place a spawner. We'll drop that there, and this spawner will make some space punks come and attack us. 3 points worth. So, whoops, by the way, going back to the trigger. What we want to do now is we want to hook up that enter event for this trigger to the spawner function that was on the spawner. Click on enter, and I'm thinking, oh, do I have to fly all the way over there to do that? I don't, because I can just look at the spawner in the hierarchy, and up to 3 most commonly used actions are put in as little buttons for each of these objects here. So I can just go spawn, and you can see that's now grown a beam there, and the enter event for this trigger is that that spawner will spawn. So let's just reset, close, and test that. Here we go. Head over there, go into this area, and we come through here. We should get some space punks coming through here to attack us any minute now. Oh, I know what I forgot to do. Yeah, they've spawned there. I'll just go to that spawner I made and set that to ambush. Reset. And close. And do it again. Alright, so when we go through here, wander through that trigger, investigate in this room here, here come the guys. You know, it activates this ambush to come and get us, and they're actually going to come and follow us wherever we go in the level because they're set to ambush. Now, there wasn't any kind of visual cue for that, was there? So let's put something in there to help sell that story. Let's put a point light in here. We'll just move back a bit, put it in the doorway there, that'll do. We'll make it a bit brighter, and we'll make it green. Nice welcoming green for go colour. There's one there, green. Cool. What we want to do now is when the when the trigger enters, when the player enters the trigger, we want to turn the light, set its colour to red, you know, make it like an alarm going off. However, we've got a set colour function here that you can see. The point light has got set colour. We could just go enter and link to set colour. But we sort of need more information, don't we, to say what colour we want to set it to and things like that. So let's do it another way. Let's go through this enter event here. You can see we've got spawner happens. We can press the plus button to add a new event call. And we then get a list in the inspector of all the objects in the level. We select the point light. That then opens this list here to have a list of all the actions available. We've got on, set colour and set intensity. So let's pick set colour. And that then opens up more options for us to set, you know, context sensitive. So here we can pick red. I'm going to make the light red. The second one is a fade in time. Let's make that 2 seconds. Okay, and let's reset and try that again now. And the light should fade to red when we go into it. Here we go. Whoop. Yep, it's fading to red now from green, giving us the sense that something bad is going to happen. Here come the space punks to get us. If we decide we don't want the space punks to come and get us anymore, we just want the light to change colour, you just press the X next to any of these to delete them. Reset will just prove that. Reset and close. And we come through here now. Turns the light red. Danger Will Robinson. But the spawner hasn't spawned because we're not doing that anymore. We'd maybe have something else spawn the spawner when you activate a computer or pick up a defuse a bomb or whatever. So yeah, to recap on events, an event can be linked to actions in 3 different ways. You can click on the event in the info panel and then click on the action in the info panel. You can click on the event in the info panel and then click on an action in the hierarchy, if that's more convenient. Or you can go directly to the inspector and use the add button and set up an event manually bit by bit and then remove them with the X's when you need to. So if you need to set parameters on an action or delete actions from an event, you have to go to the inspector. Otherwise you can do it by clicking buttons in here. One last thing, the eagle-eyed amongst you may have noticed on the challenge, when the quests are done, the mission ends by default. That's actually done through an event. If we go to events here, we've got a complete event. So when all the quests that you've laid down have been completed, that gets called, and the default behaviour for that is for the challenge to end and the end challenge screen to come up. But you can unhook that one if you want to play a cutscene instead first or something like that. That's events. In some of the future videos soon, we'll be going through individual events and different types of objects in more detail.